Hello, everybody. Let's continue with the Bach flower series. Now, let's discuss the group oversensitive to influences. Now, the first one is argimony. Argimony are those people who smile when they have urge to cry, right? And even with the conflict inside, they try masking their emotions by trying smiling outside. And it takes a lot of energy, right? We've read in other drugs of homeopathy like Natmure, Ignatia. These are the people who try to cover up, but Ignatia couldn't, but then Natmure definitely will hide it. So argimony is something like that. It takes a lot of energy and effort to hide, and it is so exhausting because they keep on doing it, suppressing the feelings, and hence they get into addictions. So emotions and torments, they hide it through addictions like alcohol or cocaine or anything. And because they're already finding an outlet of addiction, they won't like to confront, they won't like any confrontations or any reproachings with respect to that. So that is one thing of argimony. So it can be conscious or unconscious masking, it could be anything, but acceptance is not there, right? But when you give argimony to those people, they will be more connected to the people, they will have better trust. Now, coming to century. Century is this flower which has difficult to stand up for themselves. They find it really difficult to stand up for themselves, to say yes. And they don't know, they don't know how to draw boundaries, and they don't know how to put everything right. So that is, they cannot stand up for themselves, right? So they are always good kids that has never caused any trouble to parents, and they're always people pleasing, right? The people pleasers and passive, and they get easily dominated because they're people pleasers, right? So these are century people. Once you give century to them, they'll have more strength to stand up for themselves, and they will overcome the people pleasing attitude, right? And coming to walnut. Walnut is protection against outside. So they get influenced and they want to protect themselves, right? They know what they are having about life and everything, but they really they're very easy to get influenced, they're easy to sway, and they may have this confusion and lack of clarity with plan too, right? So it's like, example, like they are very difficult, they have this very weird way of handling any difficulties, they just cannot do it, right? Any transition, divorce, moving to foreign land, education from intermediate to degree, so this is a adaptation to change, right? That they will not be able to do because they get really influenced even though they have proper idea for life. So they keep on protecting themselves from outside influences to continue with that clarity they have. So this is the constant nagging is present in walnut. And coming to holly. Holly, it is just very intense emotion of envy, so they're very much attacked with thoughts, outside thoughts or inside thoughts, anything, but they have these intense emotions, and different forms of vexations will also be present in themselves that will cause suffering in them. And it's like, I'm not happy if he's happy, or they can be very very jealous, or they can be hitting. Also they have this shock thing, like when there's something is happening and they get into shock, and if new siblings, for example, or new things, new student has come and everything came to them, they're just attention has gone to them, so that means it affects holly a lot. Also they have this, as it is given, they're attacked by thoughts, right? Once you give them holly, these kind of people who have intense emotions and attacked by thoughts and everything with no real cause, by giving holly to these people will reduce the hatred, will reduce the thoughts, and they can be little better by reducing the suspiciousness, and they can let go things easily.